Hi guys! So today in this video, we will discuss on heat in electrical power engineering. So what is heat? In thermodynamics, heat is energy that transfers to or from thermodynamic system that include two medium. To be exact, when there is two medium with two different temperature, heat transfer occur to hotter system to the colder system to produce a balanced temperature. So, in our discussion, we will discuss a relationship between heat and other medium such as heat and electricity, heat and plant, heat and surrounding, and also heat in human body. So, enjoy!
First of foremost, a combination of heat and electricity is known as thermoelectricity. So, how does the thermoelectricity is produced?
In production of thermoelectric, there are three types of operating mode: cooling, heating, and power generation. Alternating P and N type are wired electrically. Alternating P and N type TE elements are wired electrically in series and thermally in parallel. A current passes through the semiconductor elements. Peltier cooling lowers the temperature of the TEC cold side. As for the heating mode, it reverses the polarity of the current and the heat flow reverse, heating the top side of the TEC. For power generation phase, when a temperature difference is imposed across the device by adding an external heat source, the heat passing through the device is converted to electrical power. As the heat travels through the device, power is created. As temperature increases, power output also increases. So these are the examples of benefits by using this technology in our daily life.
And now, let's have a look about relationship between heat and electricity biologically, which is how to generate electricity using body heat. Behavioral thermoregulation seems to be a major factor in determining heat exercise performance. For example, producing 100 watts of external workload during cycling ergometry that generally considered one of the most efficient physical tasks. And now, a handful of researchers want to remove batteries from the equation and instead use waste body heat and convert it to power sensor for useful electricity. According to other researchers, the average person is like a light bulb of 80 watts. As a person generates heat, the temperature outside is colder than what's against the body. The difference in temperature produces a voltage.
Okay, now let's see how energy in plants can generate electricity, for the example in biomass.
How biomass works? Biomass is the name for a range of organic material that can be used to produce energy. For example, include forestry product, energy crops like miscanthus, and agricultural byproduct like straw. We can generate heat and electricity with less environmental impact because the carbon in biomass is part of the natural carbon cycle, which clean and environmental friendly. Plants absorb carbon dioxide. When it died, CO2 was released from decaying process and sink in the soil for over millions of years, produce coal, oil, and gas. The coal will be extracted from the soil and transported to the biomass power plant to burn and rotate the turbine. The extracted coal will be stored in a storage as a fuel. Then, it will be burned in a furnace to produce hot steam with high pressure. The steam flows through the pipe and spin the turbine. When the turbine spins, it will trigger the generator that connects to the turbine and produce electricity. The steam will be condensed in a condenser and flow back to the furnace. The burning process will release to the atmosphere as a CO2. This CO2 level will be stabilized by the other living plants by photosynthesis. That's why the biomass is a renewable and clean source energy.
الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون.
Okay, now let us move to heat in surroundings and how it can generate electricity. There are a lot of heat in surroundings that can generate electricity. One of the examples is solar thermal. So, what is exactly solar thermal and how does it work in order to produce electricity? So, to understand about this topic, let us watch this video. Solar thermal energy, also called solar thermal power, is a renewable energy that uses the heat of the sun to produce clean electricity on a large scale. Unlike photovoltaic technology, which uses light energy from the sun captured by solar cells, solar thermal technology uses the sun's heat to warm a fluid to produce steam and generate electricity in a conventional thermal process. We must not confuse the thermal energy that is used to generate electricity on a large scale with solar thermal low temperature energy, which is used for heating or hot water. There are several technologies to produce thermal energy. In parabolic trough technology, these mirrors are used to reflect and concentrate solar radiation onto a pipe located in the focal line. Inside the tube, a thermal fluid is heated to nearly 400 degrees Celsius. Then an exchanger transfers its heat to the water stored there and transforms it into steam. The steam then drives the turbine connected to a generator to produce electricity. Then the steam is cooled down to start the process again. Central tower technology concentrates the radiation at a point and requires no fluid circulating in the solar field. These facilities have a field of heliostats, flat mirrors that reflects the direction the radiation onto a central tower with a heat exchanger located at the top away from the mirrors. The mirrors can be oriented according to the position of the sun. With this technique, temperatures of 600 degrees are reached. Betting on renewable energies like solar in its different technological variants certainly is a very effective way to curb greenhouse gas emissions from fossil fuels that cause climate change due to global warming. There is even a surah or chapter named after the sun in the Quran, which is the Surah Shams or the Sun's chapter. In the surah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says,
وَالشَّمْسِ وَضُحَاهَا,
by the sun and its brightness,
وَالْقَمَرِ إِذَا تَلَاهَا,
and by the moon when it follows it,
وَالنَّهَارِ إِذَا جَلَّاهَا,
and by the day when it displays it.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. هو الذي جعل الشمس ضياء والقمر نورا وقدره منازل لتعلموا عدد السنين والحساب ما خلق الله ذلك إلا بالحق يفصل الآيات لقوم يعلمون. صدق الله العظيم.
So, this verse invites humans to study and observe the sun about its light and release of energy. As conclusion, it is a form of energy which exists naturally. It quickly transforms into different forms of energy such as light, electricity, and many more. Life on this earth depends on heat energy for survival. In one way or another, most of the energy on the earth originates from the sun. Heat from the sun powers all of the major processes in the atmosphere. So, that's all about heat. Thank you.